Roger, after such a successful rookie season, what are kind of the year two goals for you?
Yeah, after last season, I know I wanted to immediately take a little time off, but it was immediately hit the gates for me, personally, physically, getting in the weight room, getting faster, bigger, faster, stronger, and just building on to year two, because now I know I got the ropes of everything, and, this is where my confidence in my play starts to really take its next level step. So,
how did you change physically?
Yeah, I think it was a couple of dieting things when I went back to off season, and compounding that with really good workouts and staying strict and disciplined for myself. And I came back to phase 1, phase 2 of off season as best as I've felt. So yeah. I kind of lost a little bit of weight just to get myself a little bit more healthier after the season, because I had some nicks and bruises, but then kind of slowly started to put it on the way I wanted it to. So I'm back to where I've been playing at. So yeah.
Roger, went viral last year when you told Myles Garrett you were a nobody. Right?
Yeah.
When do you stop being a nobody?
Yeah, actually, I think last year I nobody was kind of a harsh word for myself. I'd much rather say I know I'm a rookie, but just going into this year, I'm going to play way more confidence. So, going to go against a lot of good teams, a lot of good players. So I'm excited for it.
Did that response from Garrett kind of give you a feeling that you belonged here and may give you that confidence for the rest of the year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It wasn't only just Garrett. It was a lot of the other players, that didn't get caught on film that just had interactions with. So. Fellow offensive linemen and other defensive linemen throughout last season, just stuff to build on.
Yeah, what was that juxtaposed against like week 1 Kansas City to that moment? What was that like in terms of where you felt like you got to?
Yeah, I think my first play in the NFL is not how you want it to go, but that just building on starting from the bottom, it could get better. So I just wanted to build off that, and I thought I did a really good job of myself and bringing others with me on, making myself better each day in, day out, and just stack days. So,
Roger, this is like a different kind of question. So, across sports, we've seen athletes give a lot of abuse, online, from gambling. So, your guy loses a bet and starts
yeah.
Have you been exposed to that personally in any way, either last year's rookie or in college, or how'd you handle it?
Yeah, I think it was more so college. I had a situation in the national championship. It was actually pretty funny. A lot of the bettors would find my Venmo and Venmo request me you lost me so and so. I thought I got a laugh out of it. So, but at the end of the day, you never want that stuff to happen. So you just got to make sure you're on your A game at all times. So.
Does it feel like you're almost helpless? You can't stop guys from getting online and do something. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean. That's what you sign up for when when you're playing at the biggest stage, when you're getting televised each week in, week out. Happens to everyone. So that's a part of it, and it's a different era, as my dad says, that I play in. They didn't have the cell phones back in the day, but now we're in the modern era of if you play bad, it's probably gonna hear about it. So yeah.
Roger, I know at the end of last season we were talking to you about the possibility that you could go to the left tackle. Obviously, with Ronnie signing, that's not going to happen. How thankful are you about just staying at right tackle and be able to focus there?
Yeah, I remember I was on. I took a small vacation with my family, and I was texting Ronnie and calling him every day. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Left side's looking real good." Just because I thought we had a really good dynamic duo of me and him, and just bouncing off each other from left to right. So. I think it all played out at the end of the day, and it's glad he's back for sure.
What did you say to him when he finally inked the deal?
It was more so like a finally. It wasn't like a thank you. It was more like a finally, because I was bugging him so much. So, I was trying to bring other guys in the O-line. I was like, "Come on, Ronnie!" I was like, "Gotta get something done here." So it ended up working out. So. Yeah.
When you think back to your first encounters with a lot on Pittsburgh last year,
yeah.
Just how often you got help from a tight end or from a chip block or something. I know that is kind of a test in itself, but is going from year 1 to year 2, just how much the coaches trust in you to leave you one-on-one against some of these high-end pass rushers going to be like to you a mark of just how much you've grown and how much these coaches trust you?
Yeah, I think trust is a big thing, especially game planning. The coaches have a plan within each game and each matchup. But whatever the game plan is, whether if that's me one-on-one or a chip block on the right or left side, I'm gonna build my game plan towards it and just roll with it.
Roger, I know it's early and there's a ton of physicality in the blocking encounters right now, but what are you seeing out of the edge rushers on the other side of the ball, particularly Odafe Owe and Mike Green?
Yeah, those are I know Dafe and Mike. Mike's a newer guy, but Dafe's been one of the better edge players in my opinion in the NFL, and he's definitely showed it this OTAs. He came back bigger, faster, stronger. So that just is a testament to myself, and I gotta raise my level as these guys get better too. So and Mike's doing good too. He's picking up off where he came off in college. So yeah, they're both doing a really good job.
Is there an area in your game in year 2 where when you watched your rookie film, you're like, all right, I did really well, but I feel like I can improve in this area?
Yeah, I mean there's too many to list for me to I'm a super critical on myself on being my own coach, and I went back and through this offseason phase I've been watching every single game and I've taken notes on where I want to improve my game. So I wouldn't say there's one specific thing. There's probably 10 or 11 things that I can list off. So yeah.
Thanks, Roger.
Good deal. Thanks, guys.